But right now, yep, I'm gonna say it. We're gonna change lanes. See what I did there? We're going to talk about the 25th season, the Stark County High School Bowling Program, where it was, where we're at, where we're going, and everything else in between. And I want to bring on J.C. Heighway from the Stark County High School Bowling Program, and I believe we're going to have some other guests that are going to be popping into your screen here as we speak, and we will kind of bring them along as we go. I see J.C., so I will say hello and good afternoon. How are you doing this afternoon, J.C.?
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Appreciate you coming on today, and well, heck, you kind of helped us put this together for that for what that's worth, and we do appreciate that. But who are we going to be speaking with today? I've got a couple of names. And I just kind of want to make sure the folks that are watching on the screen here don't get too confused as we bounce back and forth. But who do we have this afternoon to talk a little bowling?
Yeah, we should have Joe Altimore from the Perry Panthers. He's the head girls coach. They were the state runner-up last year on the girls division. And then we'll have Wiley Currence popping in here too. He's the coach for McKinley, one of the coaches. He's been with us for 25 years now, for the whole time.
So that's Wiley Currence?
Yep, Wiley Currence. He's been from day one.
All right. Had Kim Heat on there. All right, we get Wiley on there. Okay. So
Kim's the head coach, but she passed it over to Wiley since he's been involved since the beginning.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. So the 25th season Stark County High School Bowling Program. How did we get here, JC? Walk us through, because I know it's been quite a journey.
Yeah, so we started back in 1999. There was a group of Corky Bow, Joe Eaton, the former athletic director at North Canton, Maurice Schwab, Jim Heighway, Annie Case from Park Center Lanes, and then Jeff DiMarzio, all kind of put the idea together to start high school bowling. And it took from 99 to 2001 to get anybody to really catch on to it. We kept getting told no, no, no. And back then I was a sophomore in high school, so it was more my dad that got the program going with the group of people.
Sure.
But Joe Eaton was the one that decided to give it a chance at North Canton, and he approached all the Federal League teams. So he was the one that kind of helped push it along. We got all the Federal League teams to start up. There was 10 founding members originally when we first started back in 2001. And today there is 19 schools in our conference. At one point, we got up all the way up to 26 schools in the conference.
Oh, wow. I did not know
adding
that.
all the Tuscarora schools and stuff, and they broke off and created their own division, which was what we ultimately wanted to do in the first place, was help them get it started, and then they can branch off and not have to have the travel time and everything. But yeah, it's been an exciting 25 years. I can't believe we're here already. That means I'm getting older, since I was in high school when this happened.
So this basically, it sounds like, JC, this was born from scratch. I mean, there was nothing, and I mean, that's crazy. You had this thing up to 26 at one point, and they've kind of branched off, but still to have 19. Did it take a lot of, I don't know. I mean, what did it take to finally get this thing to get started? I mean, you mentioned you had to wait a couple of years, and there was no or very slow.
I would say the number one thing that really got it going was Annie Case over at Park Center Lanes. She put a lot of her money into it. She put the lane time into it. She's the one that talked a lot of the other bowling alleys to go with it. A couple didn't want anything to do with it right off the bat, but you can't tell Annie no. So she got all the other people to buy into it, and she put a lot of effort and time. We called her the grandmother of high school bowling.
Okay.
She's actually was in our inaugural Hall of Fame class for Stark County High School Bowling as well. So she was pretty much the grandmother of high school bowling, and her and then my dad would go around to all the different schools, pitching it to everything. Him and a group of people would go around. And like I said, once Joe Eaton picked it up, it was kind of the rest is history, as they say.
Wow. This is crazy to me, because this being the 25th anniversary, I've been doing this since I was 25, maybe earlier than that. And I always thought, hey, it just kind of happened, like baseball, football, it just happened. And I didn't know it was. This seems like a pretty arduous process, but if you keep after stuff long enough, you're going to get where you want to go. Before I bring Joe Altimore III in and Wiley Currence in, you said something about the Hall of Fame. how many years has a class gone into the Hall of Fame? What is it like? Where can people like check records out, see who the classes are, and things along those lines?
Yeah, so we started it back in 2019. It was kind of just an idea I had when I just every year I try to add something to the program. So that was one of the ideas that I came up with. I'm like, we're getting older. There's a lot of people that have come through. Let's honor those that have made a difference in the community and to the bowling. So in 2019, we started it. We put our first class in. Like I said, Annie was one of the first ones to go in. And then 2020, of course, hit, and we kind of stopped it for a few years, but we've picked it up the last 3. So we've got 4 total classes now. People can go to our website that were high school bowlers in the Stark County program and apply for or nominate somebody to go into it for next year.
Okay.
And basically, we just have a whole forum that people can nominate somebody, and we go through, and if they were on first team for at least a year, they're eligible to be on. If they've been graduated for 5 years, they're eligible to be in it. So we kind of just take all the nominations and we kind of vote on it, pick on who we want, and then we have met our end of year banquet for all the awards for all the schools. We also bring in the Hall of Famers and present them their Hall of Fame induction as well.
Very nice. So what is that? Give us a website or an address where people can check this out and maybe endorse some bowlers to get in. Maybe put their names in a hat and get them in.
Yeah, so our website is SCHSBC, which is just short for Stark County High School Bowling Conference.org. So it's SCHSBC.org. It's got all the history of the conference on there. It's got all the old programs from all the banquets on there. We do Bowler of the Week on there, all the stats, averages, you name it. If it's part of the Stark County, it's on there. And we just updated it. Or I should say I just updated it last year. So I put a lot of time in there. So go in there and find your name from the past and find out what you want about high school bowling.
All right. SCHBC.org. That's
SCHSBC.
Oh, I'm sorry. SCHBC.org. All right. There we go. That sounds good. Okay. JC Heighway is our guest, and we're going to bring in a couple more. There it is. www.schsbc.org right there on the screen. Okay, let's bring in from the Perry girls, Joe Altimore III. Joe, welcome to the show. And I want to bring in Wiley Currence from the McKinley boys bowling. Wiley, good afternoon. How are you today?
Great. And yourself?
I'm doing well. Okay, looks like we got Wiley.
Yeah, we our fourth person has not joined the studio yet.
Okay, so we got Wiley, and we're still waiting on Joe. Okay, so
yeah, he's over at Hall of Fame Lane, so he's having trouble connecting. He just texted me.
You know what? My phone has been blowing up with a 477 number. That's got to be who it is. But they're calling, and unfortunately, I can't make a phone call right now. So hopefully, as soon as we can get this worked out. Hey, there's another one. Boy, they're coming in fast and furious. Okay, so Wiley, again, welcome to the show. And how did you get started in bowling? And then we'll kind of go from there.
Okay, back when they started the bowling, McKinley needed another bowling coach, and back at that time, I belonged to the Canton Bowlers Association, and one of the secretaries there asked me if I wanted to coach, and I said, sure, I'd love to. And it's been 25 years.
Okay. Hey, you liked it, huh?
Yes.
You got in there, you liked it. In your eyes, in your mind, Wiley, how far has the sport of bowling come? Maybe not just within the last 25 years, but maybe longer than that.
Well, it's came a long way, and it's kind of tough because we lost so many bowling centers in this area. So it's hard to find a place that you can get in if you're not in the league, because it's just popular.
What do you think has made why the growth? Do you think? Because I see just with my eyes. Especially like the high schools that are fielding teams now, the tournaments, a lot of the bowling alleys or the bowling houses, as they used to refer to them, are packed. Like at night during the weekend, there's leagues, there's all kind of stuff going on. When did that start to catch, do you think?
That probably when Glow Bowling started.
Okay.
And the kids can come out through the winter after they come home from the football games. They come to the bowling centers and they got the lights flashing, and and some of the balls change colors when they go down the lane. And the bowling, if you got a grandfather, you can go bowling with a grandfather. You know, age has no limit for bowling, and I think it's just a family sport.
Yeah. Where do you see it going as far as the high school ranks are concerned? I mean, are schools, are they getting like enough kids to come out, boys and girls? Are they able to field a JV, a varsity squad? And what you see, what do the numbers look like, and where could that go over the next 5, 10, 15 years?
Most of the time, most schools can field the varsity and the JV. Bowling has a lot of colleges now give scholarships out for bowling, and I think that's another area that the kids can get in because of the scholarships.
JC, I want to kick it back to you. How has bowling come along in your eyes over the decades? And Wiley mentioned like the Glow Bowl. They made it fun, maybe made it a little hip. People got interested in it. In your mind, how has it grown? And maybe what are some things that maybe need to happen down the road to keep it at this high level?
I think it's grown just based off, like he was saying, the popularity of the glow bowling, getting kids out. I mean, basically when it's cold out, we live in Ohio. Let's face it, there's not a lot to do in the wintertime. So I got my 2 kids in the Saturday morning league, and we just get them in there. And at first they don't want to do it, but once they start doing it, they want to keep going back. So it's kind of a sport that you get hooked on. You might not necessarily think you like it at first, because like my first love was always football. I was a kicker, punter, and
right. I remember.
Pulled back from over the years. I just keep getting pulled back into bowling, whether it was coaching at North Canton or starting the Walsh University program. Like every time I try to get out of bowling, it keeps pulling me back in. So I keep doing that in the future.
Yeah, when I saw your name and Lauren was helping to put this thing together, I was like, Heighway. He's a football player. What's going on with bowling? Because I remember you wore number 17, did you not?
Yep. Yeah. Wow, you got a good memory.
I know. Well, some things I remember, yeah. But I was like, okay, this guy's a football guy. But hey, I'm glad to see you've kind of, spread out here a little bit. And Wiley, when did you start bowling? When did you first pick up a ball and let it fly?
I was out of high school, and the company I worked for, one of the guys there asked me if I want to come out for bowling. I said, yeah, I'll try it. And so I drove all the way to Alliance for my first league. And believe it or not, I was the anchor guy with a 140 average. So we didn't win very many games.
Hey, nothing wrong with 140. I'm lucky to get a 14. 140 is pretty good. We are celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Stark County High School Bowling Program. We're joined by JC Heighway, and we are joined by Wiley Currence, a member of the McKinley boys bowling staff. We're trying to see if we can get Joe Altimore at the third in.
We have him. I am going to add him right now.
All right, Joe is about to pop up on our screen here.
There he is.
3, 2, and 1. Joe, good afternoon. How you doing this afternoon?
Doing well, Sam. Thanks for having us.
Hey, there you go. You got the backdrop and everything going there. So
yeah, we're in the concourse of the bowling alley right now because we couldn't get cell phone signal.
I appreciate you working extra hard today. Now we got everybody on here. So, Joe, the 25th season of the Stark County High School Bowling Program, what does that mean to you personally?
I'm pretty excited. Back when I was in high school, we did not have this. So for 25 years, for it to stick together with the work of like Annie Case and Russ Warrington back in the days, it's very, I guess it's all the work, basically put together that they did, and it stayed together, obviously through the help of JC, his dad, Jim, and all of the coaches for Stark County High School Bowling. It's definitely been a work in progress.
So when did you first pick up your love for the sport of bowling? How old were you?
I was 5.
Oh, wow.
So I've been bowling for, like 50 years.
So 5 years old. Do you remember how heavy the first bowling ball was when you picked it up? What did you think?
I'm lucky if I remember 2 days ago. Oh. No, to be honest with you, I mean, back then, it was one of them things kind of like what I overheard Wiley saying, and JC, you get in the bowling center, you get kind of hooked on the stuff. You don't remember all that. You remember all your friendships, all the relationships you built. And I'm just glad to be able to give back to the sport.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of where we're at here. Everybody that plays a particular sport, it's not necessarily the sport. It's the friendships, the camaraderie, I mean, you can be friends and hang out with people for 5, 10, 15, 50, 60 years after you've done that. And you tell the stories, and of course they get embellished over the years, but that's what makes it fun. And bowling can be a lifelong thing. And I'm not sure if all the youngsters realize that now, but they certainly will as they grow older and their friendships get more special. And hey, let's go hang out at the bowling alley. Let's go out on a Saturday night or whatever, and you can have hours and hours of fun. And do you think that the sport of bowling itself, what kind of a place is it in now for, let's just say, I don't know, maybe kids starting at the age of like 13 or 14 all the way through the adult age? You guys can all jump in here and answer that if you like.
Yeah,
Well, my opinion. I'm sorry. I was going to say my opinion is the fact that with the high school stuff that's going on now, I think that's contributing to the return of bowling. We're down some bowling centers in this general area. There used to be a ton more. A lot of the industry has gone away. So the fact that the schools are doing this and getting kids back involved, I think is going to pay off in the long run.
JC, go ahead and jump in.
Yeah, I was going to say kind of the same thing. It gives kids an opportunity to represent their schools that might not necessarily have another opportunity to. Every year at the banquet, we have all the kids stand up that bowling is the only thing that they do for their school. And it's about close to 50% every year.
Okay.
And it just gives them a way to represent, to show school pride.
Yeah, no doubt. Wiley, what do you got?
Yeah, and if you look back when we first started, most of our bowlers came from the junior leagues. Their dad bowled, their grandparents bowled, so they was at the bowling center. Nowadays, probably even this year, 80% of my bowlers are new bowlers this year. So, so the sport is definitely picking up through the high school kids.
You mentioned the bowling center, the bowling houses. We're down a couple. Let's give credit and shout out the ones that are still around and doing great things. And again, JC, if you want to take the lead here, where people can go, they can get involved. There's leagues to sign up for. I know a lot of the high schools are doing matches at a lot of these different places. But what are the ones that are still around and they're operating at a real good level?
Yeah, so in our conference in the immediate Stark County area, we've got Eastbury lanes, we've got Park Center lanes, we got Strike Zone, we got Hall of Fame that Joe's at right now. We've got Minerva Bowl that's down there. They have a well-run facility. Really, we've the ones that we have, you could tell the people there really care about the sport. They want the people in there. They want the adults in there, the kids in there. Like our season starts this Saturday over at Eastbury Lanes. We have our first early bird tournament.
Yeah,
and,
that's
Eastbury's
a big
taking
one,
care of
isn't
us over there.
That's that's a big one, isn't it? Like there's a lot of schools in that.
Yeah, I think we'll have 16 schools there right off the bat.
Okay.
So it's a good test right off the bat to see where they're at. And the reason we like to do it is because it gives the coaches the opportunity to see what they need to do before the matches actually start.
Absolutely. Joe, I see you got some folks behind you. If you want to introduce them and who they are and what they do, and if they want to jump on, they can feel free. If not, you can carry the bowling ball for them. What we got?
Well, first up to my right is Ariel Clapper,
Hello.
senior,
Hello, Ariel.
and Alex DeVore, also a senior.
Hi.
Okay.
Both of them are state finals. We took second place last year in D1 state finals. So these two girls bowled fantastically, along with 3 seniors that graduated: Kylie Poling, Jenna Boyer, and Avery Wilt last year. Jenna currently is competing for Indiana Tech right now in the bowling, so we're pretty happy for her. She's going to be competing this weekend, I believe, as a varsity as a freshman.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay. Very nice. Well, I'll tell you what, Jenna and Avery, welcome to the show. Congratulations on all your success. When did you both get started in bowling, and how has it kind of grown on you over the years? What do you really love about it?
I started my 8th grade summer. I had a friend that actually, she went to I was at her house for her mom was babysitting me over the summer, and she said, "Hey, Perry has an open bowling through the summer camp," and she's like, "Do you want to go?" And I was like, "No, not really." She ended up making me go anyways, and then now here I am bowling, and it's my favorite thing to do. Pretty much, I'm here maybe 3 days a week.
Okay, very nice.
I got started as a freshman. I knew I wanted to bowl like over the 8th grade summer for the year. I'm not gonna lie, my main objective was to get out of gym class, and Steve was actually right behind me in choir and asked me when tryouts came if I was going, and I said yeah, and we ended up going together, and I think we've stuck together for the past 4 years since.
That's funny how things start. And look now, you guys are really enjoying it, and there's a couple of really cool stories right there from Avery and Jenna. JC, I want to kick it back to you. I want to ask you about Roger Webb, who was inducted into the Athletic Hall of Fame this past September as the bowling coach. I got this note from our guy Dougie over in Perry. How about Roger Webb?
Oh, Roger was a great coach for us. Throughout the years, he actually coached with Joe on the staff together. Roger went in last year. Him and his son were the first father-son duo to be in the Hall of Fame together for the Stark County High School Bowling. Both really nice people, really good bowlers. When you're bowling against him, you got to bring it. That's for sure.
No doubt. Where did my man Wiley go? Did we lose him?
I think his camera has frozen.
His camera frozen. All right, Wiley, you still there, bud?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you. Can't see us, but I have one of my bowlers here. I'm going to let him talk.
Okay, go ahead. Tell us who we got, Wiley. We'll bring him in.
Hi, I'm Caden Wilson. I'm one of the senior bowlers here in the team.
What's up, Caden?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
I'm doing well, man. When did you start to get into bowling, and how far do you think it's gonna take you?
Well, I started my sophomore year. My dad kind of brought me out one day and just taught me how to bowl. So I kind of started there, did some leagues with him, found out the McKinley had a team running. So I thought I would try out, and we're here now, and I think I'll probably keep bowling until I can't walk anymore, I guess.
That sounds like a plan. I want to ask. I'll have Caden go first, and then Jenna, and then Avery. What are your best scores, and have you been close to a 300 ever, practice or match or whatever? Caden, go first.
I think the closest I've ever gotten was a 210.
Okay.
That's the highest score I've ever gotten.
Nothing wrong with that. Jen and Avery, how about you guys?
Sam, just one correction. This is Ari and Alex.
Ari and Alex.
Yeah, sorry. They are my seniors this year. They're returning from last year's state runner-up team.
All right. I knew with all these.
Sorry about that.
No, that's my fault. I knew I would screw that up. So Ari and Alex. All right. So Ari and Alex. Anybody close to a 300? What's your highest score?
My highest score is a 279.
Ooh, very good. Very nice.
My highest during competition was, I think, a 247 at states last year, and then I recently rolled a 256 at our open bowl for Perry.
Very nice. Well, congratulations to all three of you. That's really awesome. What about the expectations for both teams this year, McKinley and Perry? If the players want to jump in, and coaches, what are you looking for? Is how well you can go, how far you can go this year?
We're hoping to go back to states again for the 10th year in a row for Perry. And Perry girls were federal elite champions the past 2 years, or a couple of years, I'm not sure. And we hope to be able to carry on that title again. I say, and then carry on, hopefully this year, get the state title since we were so close last year. Right. Say losing that last year was emotional, but also a good start to a refresher of the upcoming year and what we can do.
Very cool. Caden, how about the Bulldogs? What are we looking at?
Well, like Coach said, we have over 80% of our bowlers are new. So, I mean, all of us are still learning, but I do expect us to go deep into playoffs.
Very good. All right, JC, I'm going to wrap with you. And again, I thank you for kind of helping put this together. The bowling today, 2025, what should people know about it that they don't know about it? If they're new, if they're curious, if they want to know how it has been coming along the last several years, what would you say?
I would say it's more competitive than what you're going to think you're going to see, because a lot of people go in with the mindset of open bowling when they go into a bowling alley. When you go in and watch these matches, it's competitive. People are cheering each other on. You see the coaches working hard. You see the players working hard. I mean, everybody's in there to win. So it's not your average open bowling when you go to a high school match or a competition. It's you can see the work that's put in. You can see the talent that's there. You can see the effort that these kids are putting into their sport here.
Very nice. 25th season Stark County High School Bowling Program. I'm going to make sure I get everybody's name in here. Wiley, Currence, thank you. JC, thank you so much. And I want to shout out and thank Caden and Ari and Alex. Best of luck to everybody. Thanks for coming on today, and good luck the rest of the way, okay?
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you for having us.
You got it. There you go. And, of course, you can check out SCHSBC.org with all that's going on with the Stark County Bowling